Happy Friday, Rangers Town. Welcome to the Ranger Things Have Happened podcast. We are 11 minutes late on a live show on a Friday, and that's the drawback to doing a live show. Sometimes things don't always go as planned. Ricky Diffendale with you. You got Beano. Alex and AJ are both back. And right off the bat, man, and also thank you to Billy for all the work you do behind the scenes. But Alex, you have an issue with AJ's wardrobe.
I do. He just got up right before the show started, and I noticed you were wearing jeans.
Yeah,
that's a total psychopath move.
Hold on.
What, wearing jeans?
Nobody wears jeans in their
house. Are you wearing
shoes
also? Are you wearing shoes and jeans in your own house?
No, no shoes. No shoes.
Then you could. If you took the time to take your shoes off, you could have taken the jeans off and put on sweatpants.
I wouldn't have had time for the sweatpants. I would have been sitting here in my underwear, and then when I get up to check my internet later, then
we were just sitting here for 12 minutes.
Fine.
And you sat there for 12 minutes in jeans, and you got here 10 minutes before 8.
It wasn't supposed to be 12 minutes. It was supposed to be on time, but Billy Trotter is what he is.
Like, I'm very comfortable. I know Alex is wearing shorts. I just saw Beano's milky thighs. He's wearing shorts. I'm wearing shorts. Billy, we're wondering what you're wearing. We had a bet going. Alex took jeans. I said khakis. And Beano's taking corduroys.
Sweatpants and a V-neck.
That is disappointing, to say the least.
I know it. Wait, you're wearing sweat? Are they joggers?
They're my old rowing sweatpants.
Oh.
Oh,
you know, Billy, he was a
rower.
big-time crew guy.
I rode crew.
You didn't know that Billy wrote crew?
Fucking Billy V-necks. That's
You didn't know?
typical.
I'm going to shut up again.
All right. Anyway, welcome to the Ranger Things Have Happened podcast. Normal cast of characters, sans Cobb.
R.I.P.
God only knows where he is. The RTHH podcast is brought to you by Johnny C's Tees. Local business, t-shirts, long sleeve tees, tanks, jerseys, koozies, jackets, whatever you need. John Conklin's got you covered. Johnny C's Tees. Phone number's behind me. Check him out on Instagram. He brings you RTHH. And if you see some of our members are modeling the swag, Alex, show him the shirt one more time. The shirt, the hat. We are moving up in the world. AJ also rocking the hat. And, of course, the sleeve graphic. That's what it's all about. Johnny C's Tees, bringing you the Ranger Things Have Happened podcast. We thank you, Johnny C.
Very nice hat.
Are we at that level yet where it's just an acronym now? We don't say the whole name?
Well,
Are we that recognizable?
I want to start calling it the Earth podcast, RTHH, but I don't know. Earth.
Earth.
Let's wait until they colonize Mars, then we can call it that.
RTHH. Ranger Things Have Happened. And speaking of Ranger Things That Happened, not so breaking news to start the show off. Igor Shesterkin scared the bejesus out of all of us last night with a non-contact injury that looked absolutely horrific. And we were on pins and needles the entire day, hoping for an update. And it turns out that he's day-to-day with a minor groin injury that looked anything but minor. I don't know about you fellas, but even after the win last night, I was sick watching him struggle to get off the ice.
I'm almost ashamed to say it, and I don't want to offend the friend of the podcast, Stat Boy Steven, but he's a European thing, the soccer influence. I thought he was selling it. I thought he was looking for the whistle because he was out of position. But then, as it went on, you could tell he was actually in a substantial amount of pain.
Wait, why would Stat Boy Steven? Why would you even bring Steven into this? Because he's European?
Yeah, because he's European.
I mean, that's such a reach. That's such
Your
a
logic
reach.
is flawed.
You thought Shesterkin,
Maybe
I
he
can
just
understand if the puck went in and he was like, "Oh, my hammy."
No, that's like something that he's looking for the whistle before the bad thing happens, before the puck goes in.
The guy couldn't walk.
That's why.
Well, he wasn't walking; he was skating.
But my initial take when I first saw it, I was like, "Oh, he's full of shit." But he was actually hurt, and I feel bad for thinking that now. But at least he's going to be okay. He's day to day, not too bad.
I know we were all thinking the worst because Jim Ramsey was holding him up when he got in the tunnel, and he couldn't even put any weight on his legs. So to hear minor injury and the words day to day is just a win in a sense. And now you just need Georgiev to step up in the next couple games. Bean, you have a take on this?
I didn't want to go too long with mentioning baseball, but us Met fans know I don't really trust the initial report from a training staff yet because we've been burned many times in the past with initial
5 minutes. Took 5
training
minutes this
reports.
week.
But
That's-
I thought he was done. I thought he was like, I thought last night I texted with us like groin injury. I thought he pulled his groin. Like he's gone. He is gone.
I thought it was ACL or something.
It didn't look good. It did not look good. So considering this is phenomenal. Like I had this whole prayer circle thing we were gonna do. We don't need it anymore because he's gonna be all right.
We probably need it.
Yeah, but
In our souls, but not for.
at least they said what the injury was. It wasn't just a lower body injury. At least they told us it was a mild groin strain.
Other not so breaking news tomorrow night. Capo Caco is Capo Bacco. Kid's back. Excuse me, I'll leave. I'll see myself out. But thank
What?
God.
I don't know what.
This guy just keeps going on the COVID protocol list. And you get nervous because of the type 1 diabetes. So thankfully he's off. He practiced. He's good to go. And he's going to play tomorrow.
He's the Lord and Savior, according to Ryan Mead.
According to a few people.
As the Lord and Savior, he needs to die before he rises. So
Oh, my God.
Well, let's.
I'm reaching a lot today. I'm sorry.
You're taking that far. Like, it's very literal. Like,
I'm digging deep for these.
So between my dad joke and your enormous reaches, we are off to a flying start here this week with not so breaking news. Also, much to Alex's chagrin, there were portions of practice today where Colin Blackwell was a spectator. Al, how do you feel?
Not good. I'm pretty sure he's going to be the healthy scratch tomorrow. You know why? You know why it's him and not Howden? It's because Howden plays center. But at this point, I'd play Blackwell at center over Howden, right?
Colin Blackwell can play center. He has played center in the past.
It's not like they're winning faceoffs at a ridiculous clip. Who gives a shit? Leave the guy in there.
They are doing much better.
Did you see last night? Last night it was like 22 to 11.
They're still 30th in the league, I think.
I know, but they were doing much
Putrid.
worse. How about that? They're not doing much better. They were doing much worse than they were up until last night.
Strom's been doing well.
It's still a big problem. So
But I would not bench Blackwell. This guy, he's every time he's on the ice, he has the puck. I don't know, man.
Who are you going to bench, though?
You're gonna bench?
I mean,
Why not
bench Gauthier?
Di Giuseppe?
he was playing
yeah,
well
you
too.
mean-
Why
though.
not? What has he done? What has he done? Blackwell's scoring.
PDG has been kind of MIA for a little while too. I haven't really heard
Since
so much.
Hedo went down. Since Hedo went down, he hasn't
I
really
think he
done
still
much.
skates
I would-
well though, PDG.
He doesn't.
Yeah, but I would scratch Gaultier too.
I like Gauthier
But
too.
Blackwell's scoring.
He is the GOAT. He's the second best forward on the team behind Chris Kreider.
Who,
Chris Kreider
Blackwell?
playing out of his mind.
Oh my God, we're gonna get to Kreider, who's been on one of those Kreiderian tears as of late. If we look back at the week that was, real quick, we podcasted last Thursday. It was just Beano and myself with Billy pulling the strings. Alex and AJ, you both missed out, and I think we carried it pretty well, Bean. But the day after, the Rangers put a hurting on the Boston Bruins, who had played the night before, beat the balls off them at Madison Square Garden. You love to see it. You love to see it. It was a great game. Scoring up and down the lineup that night. And then Sunday came along, and the Bruins got their legs back and reminded the Rangers that they were the Bruins. So a bit of an up and down there between last Thursday and last Sunday with the Bruins. I didn't really jot anything down about that, but is there anything anyone wants to say about those Bruins tilts before we move on?
We got a little bit too excited about the 6-2 win. The Bruins looked like they were still shell-shocked from giving up 5 goals to the Islanders in the third period the night before. They took the off day and they came back and they completely shut the Rangers down. Maybe they're a heavy team, as DQ likes to say. Not DQ, Dave Maloney.
DQ.
It's Dave Maloney. He's a heavy team.
Fucking.
But Nick Ritchie's a fucking heavy motherfucker, and he's also the world's biggest.
That's your boy.
But he did win me a little bit of money on FanDuel. My boy John Byron from Boston. I don't know if he's listening, but he told me to play him in FanDuel. I did. $125. But he's still
How much
there.
did you-
Oh, whoa,
How much did you bet?
$25.
Fuck that guy forever. Fucking prick Richie.
No wonder AJ paid me right away for the softball jerseys. He's swimming in 25s.
Flush.
So yeah, we split with the Bruins. Big time win on Friday. Just the boring game to watch on Sunday. The Rangers do not play well in matinee Sunday games for the most part.
Well, they're playing tomorrow.
They
playing
took it to
tomorrow.
the Capitals.
All right. Well, let's be typically. Now, moving further into the week that was, they played the Buffalo Sabres on Tuesday night. The thing that stood out to me was that Igor was playing out of his mind as usual. Igor actually tried to score into an empty net, and I think it's only a matter of time before he actually does it. So I thought that was kind of cool. And we know that he loves to play the puck, so only a matter of time before he scores his first NHL goal.
Can anyone remember the last time a Ranger goalie even attempted to do that?
Henrik Lundqvist.
Was it him?
He tried, like, I don't know. It had to be like 10, 12 years ago. He tried, puck got knocked down in the neutral zone, and they gave up a goal.
Oh.
But they were quite suicide.
Okay.
So it didn't really hurt them.
All right. So you did some research. I was thinking Dan Klucher.
How the fuck do you remember that?
No research. It's all up here. I remember.
I was
okay.
reaching way back the late 90s. You know, that's what I was reaching for.
Also, Filipino made his return to the lineup against Buffalo, which was nice.
Lion, too.
So what I thought was funny that during this game, someone on Twitter called Brett Howden Captain Cardio because really all he does is go out there, skate, like get his steps in on his, what do you call one of those things that you wear around a Fitbit. You just wear his Fitbit, skate up and down the ice for the 12 minutes that he plays. It's like, oh, I did my part. Although I will give credit where credit's due. Howden has been effective on maybe the best part of the Ranger game, and that's the penalty kill. And he's one of their main penalty killers. So I know he's not scoring and doing much offensively, but let's give credit where credit's due. But I just thought Captain Cardio, I forget who said it, but hilarious. And surprisingly, with all the talk people were doing about Jeff Skinner and how he hasn't scored a goal yet, and he came close a couple times, he did not get his first of the season the other night, and I was just waiting for it to happen.
I couldn't believe it.
That guy's making.
He came a couple times.
He's making $8 million a year. Oh my god.
$9 million.
He was a healthy scratch for like 3 games.
Shit.
He was a healthy scratch for 3 games. I thought for sure he was scoring the other night. I think he hit the post the other night. He might have.
He did. And
but
he knew he was playing the Rangers because he knows the stats. He's like, I'm getting my goal tonight. He was feeling it, and he probably should have scored. I think he had hit the post, and he had another great Igor made a great save, like on a rebound on him. Like he should have had a goal, but all right.
No, Igor played well in that game.
Did it look to anybody else like Jack Eichel just like quit? He just didn't care.
No.
He wants off that team.
I know he wants off the team, but I don't think he's going to quit.
Did you see?
And he's not coming to the Rangers.
I don't know about that.
They're going to want so much. They're going to want so much
I've
for
actually
him.
seen people talking about how Buffalo needs to temper what they want and like ask for something realistic. And play ball with, a team like the Rangers. I don't know what's realistic. I don't get paid to make the moves. There's certain pieces I wouldn't part with. I wouldn't part with Fox. I wouldn't part with Kakko. I wouldn't part with Lafreniere. I wouldn't part with Miller. I might part with anyone else.
Mills.
That isn't named Panarin.
Mills, Lundqvist, and Kravtsov.
Kravtsov, I believe I would trade in a package for Eichel. I keep hearing good things about Lundqvist. Nils, that is. I don't know if I would like to trade, but you got Miller, who's already here and playing so well. Mm-hmm. You have a wealth of riches to get an elite, top tier center who's second overall pick a couple years ago and wants desperately off a bad team. So I don't know. Buffalo's got to be willing to play ball. I don't know if it's going to happen. People seem to think it's going to happen. I don't know. We'll see. I'm not going to be upset if they get Jack Eichel at the right price.
I just don't see how you can pay Jack Eichel, Artemi Panarin, Chris Kreider, Jacob Trouba. Shesterkin's going to get a raise. If we keep Buch, he's going to get his. I don't see how you can pay. It's a flat cap. The NHL salary cap is like $80 million. You pay 2 guys in the NBA $80 million.
That's why you have people running the team that crunch these numbers and make the decisions. It's not us. We sit here and drink and we rant about it. That's our job. I trust Davidson and I trust Gordon to build the best team possible. They're already doing it. They've given you no reason not to believe that the moves they make are good. I feel like they haven't swung and missed many times. Jack Johnson's a swing and miss, but
The
that's a
McDonough
minor deal.
Yeah, but
It's $1 million for 1 year, and a year that we're not going to win the Stanley Cup. I don't think.
you don't
McDonough
say
trade.
that.
You know, say
They traded Ryan McDonough. They got
Okay.
virtually nothing in return.
Did
Can
they
we
get like
get,
Howden and Hayek?
They got Howden and Hayek.
Hayek hasn't been horrible. Hayek has to play with fucking Jack Johnson, so it's like there's a lot of pressure on Libor Hayek when he's on the ice playing with Johnson and/or Smith. And Smith hasn't been terrible. Smith scored a goal last night, but
He hasn't handled that pressure
I
well.
love Brendan Smith. Love him.
I love him. I
Well-
love his teeth. Best teeth in hockey.
oh my god, let's get to that. So the Rangers beat the Sabres 3-2. Igor went for the empty net, was denied. It's only a matter of time. Chris Kreider scored in that game. Buchnevich scored early in that game. It was kind of a wild start to that game, actually. The Rangers scored, then Buffalo scored like a second later, all in the first minute. Lemieux was on the power play again. What's going on? And Jeff Skinner didn't score, and the Rangers won 3-2. We played the Devils last night, and just watching that first period. I'm beside myself.
Jekyll and Hyde.
I don't get it. And thank God the game turned in the second period, but that first period was so frustrating, and everyone, even online, was mad. And of course, Jack Hughes scores again on this weird play with a carry off the boards. And it wasn't a first goal of the season, but Sami Vatanen got his first point of the season against the Rangers with an assist on that goal. But it would be the only goal the Devils would score on the night. But the big story out of this game, before we get to all the goals, and Chris Kreider being Chris Kreider and scoring his second hat trick in 8 days. For the start of that second period, and for half of the period, Mika Zibanejad rode the bench. So what are our thoughts on that?
You may not agree with me. You may kill me for this. But what happened when Zibanejad got benched? Lit a fucking fire under that team.
Well, I think that they said, like, even Kreider after the game was mad about people talking shit about Mika, and he said, I'm not about that narrative or whatever. And
That's
like,
it.
they're
They
behind
see
him.
him getting benched. They see that he's going to be the scapegoat, and they know he doesn't deserve it. So they fucking turn it on. And they played that game for Zibanejad, in my opinion.
I didn't agree with the benching, but I understand what you're saying now.
I agree 100%.
Like the moment he was benched,
You think
they,
that was the
they
tactic?
definitely.
Yes. I
think so.
I don't know. I don't think he meant it to be.
Because I was
I
not
don't think
thinking
David
that.
Quinn meant it to be the tactic. It wasn't his tactic. It was the team's tactic.
I do like it, though.
David Quinn didn't.
no,
I don't like it.
I read a nice article today, or not too long ago. That was his exact intention. I'm benching Mika Zibanejad to light a fire on my whole team. That he's not a else. He should be playing better. So I'm benching him, and it sets an example that everyone's accountable. And I like it. I actually like. Alex has his little meter. He went up a peg, Quinn, in my book.
It's not even
You
close.
mean down a peg?
He's holding his players accountable.
His
You mean
seat
down a
is-
peg?
Well,
His seat
down-
is room temperature.
down a
It's
peg.
exactly where it should be. There's nothing. There's no
Not even-
chance of that even happening.
It's in the refrigerator, bottom
No.
drawer, back behind all the crap
Yeah.
that you need.
It's the
Yeah.
other side of the pillow. Severely cool.
Nah,
It is
it's still
definitely-
hot.
cool. It's not even lukewarm. I think it's cool. It's way cool.
Anyway, after the
don't like him.
benching, Kreider scores on the power play, scores again on a deflection, scores again on a nifty play for a natural hat trick, and his second hat trick in 8 days. Kreider is on a Kreiderian streak right now. He's been streaky his whole career. Hello to Monica in the background. Lafreniere made a phenomenal pass to Buchnevich for a goal. Brendan Smith added one. Then Lafreniere scored a snipe on a broken play after a nice pass from Zibanejad.
That was a rocket.
And the
That was
Rangers
filthy.
go on to win
Filthy
6-1 last night against the Devils. Fuck the Devils. 6-1 win. Solid. Igor got hurt. We were all, heart and throat. But thankfully, we got semi-good news today. And I also wrote that maybe the thing I'm most excited about for this team in the future is the fact that Ryan Lindgren and Adam Fox are going to be our top pair for hopefully years and years to come. They're both
Hopefully Braden
fantastic.
Schneider too and Keandre Miller.
Well, yes, but Fox and Lingard are here now doing it. So they're just so
They're
phenomenal.
like completely symbiotic. They're like the fucking that shark and that little tiny fish that lives on top of the shark.
Yes. I know exactly what I
Good
know
one.
exactly what he's saying. He's right. He's right.
I'll see myself out. Goodbye.
We are rip roaring tonight with our analogies and our jokes, and it's just really great to watch.
Back to Lafreniere. He's got 4 points and 5 points in 4 games.
Nah, he's a bust.
But listen, his streak coincided with the arrival of this from We Bleed Blue.
And also, AJ, with the arrival of fans in the stands. Lafreniere's on a 4-game point streak with fans in the stands. All it needed was a little push. And
I'm more convinced that it's my Magic sweatshirt than fans and anything that's palpable.
I remember a couple podcasts ago, like asking someone, when can I get nervous about Lafreniere? I'm not nervous anymore. And maybe that was just me jumping the gun. The kid's freaking 19.
I wouldn't have been nervous at all this year.
I just wanted to see more from him, and now I'm getting it, so I'm satiated. The kid's going to be just
I want to see
fine.
more from Kako.
Well, he's got to be on the ice. And he's going to be on the ice.
I didn't expect him to even see him this early. I thought maybe he'd come in halfway through the year, and he's right on the team, which I was like, okay, hope this is a good decision, but it's working out okay.
He's playing well.
He's playing well, so
he's skating. It's not like he doesn't belong.
As far as the week that was, for the games that we had, the Rangers won 3 out of 4. Split with Boston, beat the Sabres, beat the Devils, and we have the Devils again tomorrow, yes?
Yes.
So we shall see how that goes. In the meantime, let's bring in our special guest for the evening. He is a YouTuber who's big with the Mets and with the Rangers. Actually does a show with a friend of the podcast, Statboy Steven. His name is Tyler Ward, and he's about to join us here on the Ranger Things That Happened podcast, brought to you by Johnny C's Tees. So William Trotter IV, the Wizard of Oz, the man behind the curtain. When you're ready for us, we're ready for you, and we're ready for Tyler.
Sure, give me 1 minute.
Great.
We're all on the ball. I thought as I was describing Tyler and his accolades that Billy would be getting ready to bring. See, we're a well-oiled machine.
You think he's listening? He's not listening to the podcast. He's not listening.
I think he's listening. I think he listens.
Are we worried about Mika for the rest of the year?
Yes.
While we wait.
Yes.
Very. Yeah.
I'd say I'm semi-worried.
How many games are left? 36?
I can't do math.
33?
What did they play? 18?
I have no idea.
No, they played 21.
No.
There's 56 total, so I can't do math in my head like this. Don't do this to me.
I was looking at it today. I should
34.
34?
I'm willing to bet right now. I want one of you to take me up on it. $25. Mika Zibanejad will score 15 goals.
I'll take it. I'll take the bet.
Hold on. On what team? On what team?
Just 15 goals.
I'll take it. I'll take you up on that.
All right.
Handshake.
On the Rangers or Buffalo? Because that's what I see.
He didn't specify.
Doesn't matter.
15 goals total.
Yeah.
What's he have? 2 right now?
He has 2.
Okay. I'll take you up on it. Just to make it fun.
1. Oh, he's got 2, yeah.
Scored an empty net. I'll take you up on it just to have fun.
15 goals.
I hope I lose this one. I hope you're right.
It'll come.
How many assists?
He was playing well. He was playing well the whole week until the first period yesterday.
We were talking last week about it. He's on his way back. He has been playing well. You're right.
And I like this. You keep Zibanejad with Buch and Lafreniere. I think they're fucking magical.
Now, what do you think?
Buch and Lafreniere have some kind of weird connection. It's great.
But is Buch solidifying his role with us or upping his trade value?
That is the question.
That is the question. Well, what do you think?
I love that guy.
I love him
don't
too. Do you see him here beyond this season?
He's my favorite gift. I hope we don't lose him. He's my favorite one.
I hope he is. I don't see him staying.
I'll tell you.
He's going to need. Is he an RFA after this year?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I might be wrong. I might be talking out of my ass, but I think he's an RFA.
I don't know.
He's going to need a raise. but they're going to have to pay some of these other guys. They have Kravtsov coming over, who's also a right wing like him.
We're gonna have to.
I think if somebody's going to go, it's going to be him.
We're gonna have to
He's
pay
having-
Eichel. So
Kravtsov's having a good playoff so far over the KHL. 2 goals in 2 games from what
Yeah,
I've
he
seen.
scored again today.
I could see that Tyler's having technical difficulties getting on here, so we can continue to vamp. I mean,
When
AJ, would you
there's no word on Panarin, right?
not a
There's still nothing. DQ said he's skating on his own, I guess.
he's not even.
He's not with the
He's
team,
not allowed back.
but he's skating.
Which that's ridiculous. Now this is getting ridiculous that he's not even allowed to participate
Yes.
in activities.
Well, they haven't said if he's not allowed or if he's just still taking his personal time.
He didn't. He can't be not allowed. He didn't do anything. Is he not allowed
if he
because
leaves,
of COVID
if he leaves the
protocol?
team, then you'd have to quarantine.
Ugh.
He didn't
Just so
leave
ridiculous.
the country.
I don't think
Is
anybody
there,
knows where
like-
he is except the Rangers.
I haven't heard a
And the
peep.
KGB.
I haven't heard a peep about the KGB.
They just keep saying it's a personal issue. Is he like under investigation in Russia? Did they even say that, or is it just like talk over there?
No, it's
Just
talk.
talk.
So
There's no criminal investigation anywhere. There's no investigation by the league. They're just waiting because they know it's nonsense. Crime
like
occurred in Latvia. I don't even know if Latvia has cops.
I mean, I'm sure they have some type of police force, AJ. But I don't know. I've never been to Latvia.
Really?
But it's just crazy at this point because it's like you don't hear a peep about it. Like, oh yeah, he's skating. Oh, thanks. That's it. No time frame. No nothing. It's just beyond me. I mean, I don't know. While we wait for Tyler to hash out his technical difficulty, should we go into trivia? Should we just
Think about it.
or do you want to do the word association now?
I like that idea.
yeah, let's do the word one.
All right,
I
let's
vote
do
word
word.
association.
So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do a word association game. I'm going to say the last name of a current Ranger or a former Ranger. To these guys one at a time. You have to say the first word that pops into your mind. We all know that it really doesn't mean anything because I could say Gartner and you could say spaghetti. I don't know. So let's just see how this goes. I'll start with.
I was hoping I'd have like 2 or 3 more beers in me before we started this
I
segment.
will start
but-
with AJ.
Oh, perfect. Start with AJ.
All right, you ready? AJ, first thing that pops into your mind. You ready?
Sure.
Zibanejad.
Hair.
How far did we get into word association?
One word.
All right. Well, I got
Oh,
Tyler.
Oh, bring him in.
All right.
All right, so bring him on.
Pick him up.
Pick him up.
Let's see if Tyler has beaten
Tyler,
the
you
odds.
just may need to turn your video back on again.
Okay, no problem.
This is a live broadcast, and
There
we
we
have
go.
him. And we have
How's it
Tyler
going?
Ward. He's made it. Tyler.
There he is.
How's it going, everybody? Happy to be here.
What's up? What's
it's,
up?
It's going great. Sorry about all the technical shit. You know how it goes.
It's okay. I'm a newbie with Discord as well, so that's probably the biggest reason why.
We thought like you're like this pro YouTuber. Like the last thing you would have is like technical difficulties.
Oh, I know. No, I'm still an idiot. Don't get me wrong. So,
So is our production
I was gonna say
manager.
you sound like Billy. Like, I'm an idiot. I can see him saying that.
no, he was a great help. It was good. But yeah, no, I appreciate being on here, guys. It really does mean a lot. I'm always down to chat with fellow Ranger fans. It's nothing better.
So Tyler, first thing we usually do with our guests, we ask you just your overall take so far on the season. Who stands out for the good, for the bad? How you feeling?
Well, the season definitely is a little different than expected. Yes, coming off of last year, I had a lot of high hopes that maybe we would see some replication with these guys, including Mika. And Mika, as we know, between coming off the COVID list, he's a guy that really has never been the same since the start of the year. And outside of that, if you would have told me that Lafreniere would have went like the first how many games without much of anything point-wise, I would have said, I have no clue. I would have never guessed that. And then when you have everything else that's been transpiring with the team between, the D'Angelo situation again, he's gone for good now. And it's been a roller coaster to start the year, but this is the youngest team in the AHL. They're going to have their highs and lows, which I did expect that plenty. But to see them now 500, it's great. They're starting to roll. Igor is not out long term, it would seem. So that's great too. But Kreider's definitely stepping up. He needs to be captain, in my opinion. And if you feel differently, that's perfectly fine. But I'm going to take that on my deathbed. I've been saying this for upwards of a year now. There's no one that stands out more to me than Kreider and being a leader on this team. And also Panarin is Panarin up until the whole situation with him. And that's a whole different ordeal outside of hockey, as we know. And I'm sure we all have very colorful opinions about that. But Panarin's been awesome still. Zibanejad is worrisome, but defensively, he's still playing great on the penalty kill. And just when you look at Keandre Miller, I think he's the biggest upside out of nowhere. I did not expect him to make this club. I thought he would start the year in the AHL. I thought a guy like Jarmo Ronanen had a better shot of actually making the team over Keandre. So to see him not just make the team, but be an unbelievably effective top 4 defenseman, say less. That's all I can really say. I'm just very happy with the production of these young guys. David Quinn makes me feel up and down all throughout the year. I've definitely had my highs and lows about him, so I'm curious to hear your guys' input on them. But yeah, that's how I would say with my wrap up for the season. And Igor has looked great. Georgiev's a little shaky, but Trouba, that contract gets worse by the day. But again, that's another story.
We do. We usually have a meter for Quinn's seat, which I don't necessarily agree with because I don't think he's going anywhere. But we were talking about that before, how like it's his seat's pretty cool right now. Consider we had a pretty good week. It's a week to week thing.
I agree.
I don't think he's going anywhere. So Tyler, these YouTube things that you do, these live videos with the Mets also, but I don't want to make it. If Alex wasn't here, we could talk Mets, but we have a Yankee fan in the house, so we won't.
2 Yankees fans.
Oh, Tyler. Oh, he moves. He moved. Like Alex is the one that don't freak me out. Anyway,
Billy chiming in to say 2 Yankee fans. That's what he said.
But Billy's. Are we doing this? This is a live show.
No.
Okay. Tyler, these YouTube live streams. I know I was there for one of the big ones. Happened to be a Mets one the day that we thought Bauer might sign. But when did this start for you? Like these live streams, whether it be the baseball or the hockey ones. I know that you do stuff. You do a show with Statboy Steven, who was, I think, our first guest. So like whether
really, I knew that he was on your show. I didn't realize he was first guest. So
I think he was first. We do a softball podcast for our own softball league, and over the summer we had Statboy Steven come on and do an impartial ranking of all the jerseys. So that's how that connection is. And he did a very good job. But how long you been doing that with him? Like, how do you even connect with him that he's from Austria? Is it just like a whole like Twitter relationship or?
Oh yeah, no, it's all a Twitter relationship. He reached out to me after I hit, I think it was 1,000 subscribers on my hockey channel, and just said like what you're doing and everything. If you ever want to do anything together, please feel free to hit me up. So I did just that. I did an episode with him on my hockey channel talking Rangers, and it did really well. And every single time after that, I would have him on. It always resonated well, multiple thousand views on Twitter. So I'm like,
yeah, he's good.
Not Twitter, YouTube. Like everyone loves Steven. He's so sophisticated. He knows stats on the back of his hand. That's literally his name for showing you abstract stats on Twitter and everything. So I reached out to him when I want to make my hockey channel more Rangers centric, because I just don't have the time to necessarily follow all around the league, especially with covering 2 channels now. I really want to hone in on just the Rangers. So I was like, Steven, why don't we do just a weekly segment and make this kind of like a podcast? We'll do it on YouTube and we'll do it on his podcast that he has as well. And he's like, yeah, we'll do that. So and that's kind of how that went. We built a good relationship since then. And yeah, he lives in Austria, but it doesn't even feel like it. I forget half the time that he's up till like 4 a.m. when I'm texting him.
It's crazy. It's like, and he's always up.
Oh, I know. Yeah. He's team no sleep. He's crazy.
That's so funny. And it's so funny like that it all like comes from Twitter, because it's like he's like not allowed to come here. That sucks. But
I know, yeah. It's gonna be curious when he actually comes here next. Hopefully.
Has he been here? He's been here, all right.
Yeah, his girlfriend lives here, and he told a story on Twitter about how at the Winter Classic he got like hypothermia and got like taken out of the game like a gurney.
What? At City Field?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Were you guys there? I was at the game.
I was there. It was cold.
Okay.
I don't know what he was or wasn't wearing, but geez, like how does that happen? It's like,
Yeah. He was not prepped. He was probably just wearing like a hoodie and a jersey, and he couldn't handle it. I have no clue. Yeah, that's bizarre.
it was minus
I don't know.
17 degrees. So, I mean, if you're going to get
It's the
hypothermia,
coldest
that
Winter
was the
Classic
day.
in history.
Oh, my God, that was brutal. But it was good. At least we won.
Yeah, I know that was awesome. Especially like being a Mets fan too. I was like City Field, and you get to see the Rangers playing there. Sign me up.
And before, I know AJ has burning questions for you, but I have one more question. Like, what do you do in real life?
Oh,
Like,
you're looking at it. You're looking at it like you really are. Yeah. No, I'm a 20-year-old college student that decided to stop college because I want to make YouTube my full-time thing.
oh,
and,
so you're just
pursue. I
going
would
for
love
it.
to be.
I
Oh
love
yeah,
that.
I'm completely going
Good for
it.
you.
Nice.
Yeah. No, I just like through schooling and everything. Everything I was doing between my gen eds right now, I'm gonna go back and finish to at least do my associates, but it feels like it's honestly wasting time and how much media is growing and you're getting the sports field. Like I've always wanted to work in the field of sports. I've always loved the idea of being an analyst one day. Like NHL and MLB Network have always been like a dream of mine, just as an example. Or if I don't build my own platform, like you look at the Yankees, I don't know if you guys know like John Boy Media, for example. He does a great, like he's built himself from the ground up all through YouTube and everything. And now he just he has a successful business, but he's branching out left and right and just having all these connections. And I would love to be down that same road. And I know how much YouTube and this type of format for getting our information out besides writing articles is. So I want to run with this and see how far it will take me. So yeah, I'm all in, definitely.
It's awesome.
Nice.
Good. And you know, college is overrated. Good for you. Good for you. 20 years old. Son of a bitch.
Well, let me just say this, Ricky. But it's funny because I know you won the chief fan officer, correct?
I did.
Yes, and I know it was a terrible, sucks situation because it was everything before COVID. You know this, but I applied for that. Yeah, I applied for that. I definitely was way out of my head because that was like right in the beginning of me doing YouTube and everything. But then when I saw everyone get it and I saw you again, I was like, oh, okay, cool. And then I saw Lean. I forget her actual full name.
Yeah, Natalina.
Yeah.
She's been on the podcast too.
Yeah, she's great, and there's a couple others. So that was awesome. So I just wanted to know your thoughts, quick, of what that experience was like. Actually, getting through and ultimately winning it in the end. I know it was short lived, but I want to hear it.
It was bizarre. So like you applied. Did they call you or did they not? Did you get called in?
Oh no, they didn't. They didn't give me the light of day.
So
I just sent in like the video.
I saw it on the commercial, and I was like, I mean. Someone's got to win. I'll throw my hat in the ring. I changed my clothes and I filmed a video and they called me and I went down. I did the whole audition and I walked out of there thinking like, if this is all it is and this is all I did, this was awesome. It was fun. I got to interview Steve Valiquette. Like I'm in the studio and shit like that. It was awesome. And then they called me the next week on FaceTime. Like, why would they FaceTime me to tell me that I didn't win? So it was pretty crazy. And I guess a little unexpected, but I try not to be too upset about it being only like 4 days because at least I'm not dead and a lot of people died in the pandemic. So I try not to feel sorry for myself. But it was awesome. Those 4 days were awesome. Like you're walking in, you have like the credentials and it was just fantastic. And I do wonder what it like, if this never happened, what I would still be doing, if I would still be doing, because it was only 6 months. So I do wonder if it would have expanded past that or led to something else. But MSG hooks me up still with the commercials and getting footage for that and other things here and there. Like me and Alex filmed a thing, which was cool. They're not going to use it, but it was cool. So they still, I think they feel bad too, and they still kind of hook me up. But it was awesome. And it kind of like, I don't know if you've seen like the shit too that I'm doing with the 7 line and the videos. Like,
yes,
you just like it. If you want to do shit like this, like you're already doing it. Like, you want to do this, fucking do it. Because if you don't, someone else will, and get what you want. So I like that you're fucking all in. Like, I'm gonna try and go for this. Like, because if you don't go for it, you don't get it. That's really what it comes down to.
I'm not the only one that has the same mindset. That's the way that I look at it, And it's a good thing though. It's like, especially depending on what you're going for, it's friendly competition. If you're going for a specific team or something, it's like, well, shit, it's another diehard fan. It's like the last thing I'm going to do is be upset about it. It's still a good opportunity, no less. But
people were upset about it.
What's
I
that?
took a lot of shit from Ranger fans when I got the job.
You're just jealous. Like
Most
seriously.
of it was all in good. It was all in good fun. It's, yeah. Anyway, AJ, I'll let you. I know you have burning questions for Tyler.
First things first. If you really want a lesson in how to milk your fucking 15 minutes, Ricky Diffendale is it.
You're goddamn right.
So did you ever plan on going into traditional media, or was it just always YouTube or bust?
It was always kind of YouTuber bust. Like a year and a half ago, I made my channel because I'm like, you know what? I have literally no one that I can kind of talk my like hockey and sports thoughts about. So I just made my channel. I looked like a robot in my first like 50 videos. I had no clue what I was doing, right? But then I was fortunate enough to a lot of fellow hockey YouTubers reached out to me and added me in like a group chat on Twitter, like a lot bigger ones. The biggest one being Nathan for Gravity. And since then, everything just started rolling. I started asking them questions. They gave a lot of great insight. And then I just took their advice and started upgrading how I look, because at the end of the day, a lot of this stuff does go in hand with how well your graphics and your visuals are and all that. So I just built from there. And then once I kind of reached a comfortability where I was getting a decent following, I'm like, okay, I can actually start taking this seriously. And then that is where a lot has changed over the past, I'd say 4 or 5 months, half year. A lot has changed. When the Rangers won the lottery, really got traction on my channel because John at Hot Take Hockey, who's a far bigger channel than my hockey one, had me on as being one of the people that reacted to the Rangers winning the lottery because they won. I was going berserk, literally, like still mind blown about it. Like Alexei's played a quarter of the season with the Murray. It still doesn't feel real to me. But he's actually showing that, yeah, he's kind of worth being that first overall pick, not to get on a tangent. Exactly. So, yeah, it was one of those things where I just went for it, and I've never been a great writer as it is. So I figured, if I want to be an analyst one day, it's better to show myself and kind of go from there. So that's how I've been rolling.
Yeah, that's awesome. So you got to live your
Hell
dream.
yeah.
But listen, I also noticed on Twitter that you've partnered with Manscaped.
Yes, I did.
I have one question, asking for a friend.
Oh,
Do they
God.
carry anything in like a hedge clipper or like chainsaw mold? Not necessarily for me, but for a friend.
I can ask. I can ask.
AJ needs one that they would typically use on like a Ken doll.
Oh my God.
No, it's funny. It's funny you say that because for the longest time, I always thought, I would love to have Manscaped as a sponsor because I've been seeing every time I listen to, a podcast, whether it's Spain Chicklets or whatever, all this, more masculine based podcasts because you're.
But how
talking
does
about
that
sports.
happen?
Oh, well, let me tell you. So I always wanted to have him kind of as a joke because I know I could have fun with it. And then I DM'd the Manscaped Twitter one day. And then I was just waiting for a response. Then I went in my emails because I suck with my emails. And I just went through and see if there's anything there because I had my notifications all from my YouTube comments. So there's a lot of emails and I just didn't go through them. But then I see actually 2 weeks ago, prior to that same day as I look, I got an email from Manscaped, believe it or not, saying, do you want to partner with us? So I was like, get out of here. So I reached out to them. I'm like, I'm sorry for the delay, but I love to. And then, yeah, that's how that happened.
Nice. Nice. Do they hook you up?
Billy, are you listening?
Yeah, our email doesn't get shit.
Billy, are you listening?
We have a sponsor. We have a sponsor. Anyway, Alex or Beano,
No-
I'll bring
no
you in
thanks to
here.
Billy.
If Beano's internet
Man.
actually works, if you have anything for Tyler, now's the time.
I'll defer my time to Alex.
All right. I wanted to ask you. This guy's easily become my favorite guy on the team, Adam Fox, who I didn't realize he was going to be this
Oh, I
good.
know.
How good do you think he could eventually be in the talk for a Norris Trophy? It's unbelievable. He skates, offense, defense. It's unreal.
Oh my God. Yeah. Fox is the best thing to happen in this blue line, arguably since Leach.
Yeah.
Like, as much as I love McDonough, to see what Fox is doing from the get-go is otherworldly. He definitely deserves to be in Norris caliber conversations. Unfortunately, the NHL loves to give awards to guys that don't necessarily know how to play defense. It's like if you're a winger out there, Brent Burns-esque. So unless Foxy is putting up 50, 60 points, which I think he can definitely do, especially now that like Tony's gone. He's obviously getting more power play time, even though I liked him to pick up the pace a little bit. He looks like he's a little too composed out there on the power play. So he picks it up a little bit. I think great things are going to happen. But, he's been amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, talk about a story. I mean, if you're going to be hard-nosed and be somewhat of a dickhead, we're coming out of your draft from the 3rd round of the Flames, where you're not going to play for any other team by the Rangers. You get traded Carolina. You're like, hell no, I'm still only playing for my favorite team. And then you get dealt there, but you're actually performing like as you would have hoped for, and then some. I couldn't ask for anything better. Crimson Chin, as everyone likes to call him.
Absolutely.
He's just a stud. I've been in so much love with how he's been playing for the Rangers.
I love it. I love a local kid.
What did they call him? Crimson what?
What's that?
Crimson
What did they
Chin.
call him?
Crimson Chin.
What?
Yeah, it's a cartoon
Crimson
from
Chin.
Fairly Odd Parents.
Chin.
It's just a character with a really big chin.
Oh,
So
this is
everyone calls
this
him
is past our
Crimson
time. AJ, this is past our time, man. Fairly Odd Parents is not.
Yeah.
It's not my generation.
Who's on the back end of
My kids watch it. My kids watch it.
Crimson Chin. I like it. I like the name. Oh my God. Beano, you have nothing for Tyler?
No, I was gonna say I didn't know that you actually how young you were and how that you're just going the YouTube route. I think that's awesome because I didn't go to college.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm kick ass, so college is all.
Well,
And again, college will be there, so I say go for this, and you'll see me subscribe to the hockey and the Mets because I did that today, and I'll be in for your.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
I'll be in for your live stream tomorrow for the Mets if you're doing that again.
I'll be doing streams for the Mets again, picking up next week. Just because weekends I'm actually I'll give you guys an inside scoop. I mean, you guys probably don't know who he is. Do you guys know Joe DeMeo for SNY? A chance?
No.
Well, he's a
getting
writer
those-
for SNY. He covers Mets and the prospects. He's pretty big on Twitter. I just did an over hour-long segment breaking down his top 10 prospect list. So that video will be out probably tomorrow or Sunday, but it takes a shit load of editing to do. So that's what I'll be working on for the weekend instead of doing live streams.
Did he approach you or did you approach him? Like,
Well, he reached out to me because I commented on one of his tweets a couple weeks ago. I'm just talking about a player the Mets were interested in, one of like the 1,000 the Mets showed interest in during the
That's a
offseason.
lot.
And he said how he came across my YouTube channel, really liked it. So then we followed each other, and I just hit him up the other day, and I was like, hey, I'd love to have you on, and great guy. So. Yeah, my subscribers don't even know that I'm going to be having him on yet. So you guys get the inside scoop.
Breaking news.
Breaking news.
What's your take on SNY like refusing to show spring training games?
What else is new? Well, it's not like Steve Cohen owns
They
it.
showed
Your
one the other
brand is
day.
Met-
They had one on the other day.
Yes, one.
Yeah.
What they play 4 so far?
Yeah, but
Brandon-
AJ,
Yeah, no.
yes doesn't broadcast every Yankee game.
Yeah,
It
no.
wasn't
They
on the other
should.
day.
Their entire network
I know they should.
on these teams. They should every moment should be
I
broadcast.
know.
It's true.
I agree.
Nope.
How many times can I watch the same Yankeeography? Like, I want to watch the Yankees now. I don't care about the Yankees 40 years ago. Like, I want to watch these Yankees.
Nobody is watching Central Michigan versus from November 2018. Like, it's not happening.
That's the biggest issue with baseball, in my opinion. Not just like with SNY, but in general, like their media sucks. They always struggle each year to try to get a younger fan base or just a bigger fan base as it is. But they are, especially individual teams, when it comes to like actual like content creation and different types of videos, giving you inside looks and stuff like that, and constantly putting out stuff prior to the season, a lot of teams really lack that. Unfortunately, especially for like if you're a Mets fan, for instance, they've come off of having new ownership, actually feeling like they have a reason not to be excited, but they're going to be competing really hard this season. Why not give them as much info, as much content as humanly possible? Because all of us Mets fans will eat that up every single day. So,
Well, that's
yeah,
why
no,
it's
I
good to have, guys like you, the stuff the 7 Line does, Mesmerize, like all these John Boy for the Yankees. Like that's why you need those guys.
Mhm.
And like the day that we thought that Bauer was going to sign with the Mets, when you had that live stream going, you had like 10,000 people in there. Like I was in there and I could just tell like how excited you were getting as it was going. Oh my God, we had 9,000 people, 10,000. It was awesome to see like the joy on your face that was happening.
Yeah, no, it was awesome interacting with everyone. Everyone in the chat, everyone was feeling the same way. I just had a webcam in front of me recording it. That was the only difference, you know? So, yeah, and the whole Bauer thing, I'm not going to get on a tangent there. I loved your songs too. I thought those were great, the before and after too. Bauer's definitely a love to hate situation for many of us Mets fans now. I'm not the type to absolutely say, burn in hell, that kind of thing. Because at the end of the day, we're only just saying that because he didn't land with the Mets. I'm not going to go that out there. Let's be real. And look, he has 2 opt-outs. Would it be out of the realm of possibility for the Mets to possibly go after him if he opts out over this next year or two? No, it wouldn't. So you just have to keep that in the back of your mind. This might not be the last time the 2 parties cross paths.
So does anyone else have anything else for Tyler before I give him the question?
I think it's time for the question.
I want to thank him for coming on so that I could talk about baseball without getting yelled at.
we usually yell at him for talking about baseball, but it's okay today.
I mean, that's a natural thing if you're just talking hockey. But I mean, if you're talking sports, you kind of want to or have out whatever is on your mind sports related. It doesn't matter if it's just that one sport. You got to get it out there.
All right, so here's the question, Tyler.
Go for it.
You can gun to your head. You have to choose one fast food place for the rest of your life. What do you choose?
Chick-fil-A.
Knew he was going to say.
Quick answer. It's a generational thing.
Yep, it is.
Really
100%.
as we speak, like it's like heroin to me. It's not a good thing. Yeah, I don't know. It's just something about it. I can't explain it. It's just good.
If there was one
It is good.
an hour and 15 minutes of my house, I would probably agree.
Yeah.
It is good.
Billy, note that down.
Yeah. No, if it was like an hour away from me, I'm not going to be doing those trips constantly. So I hear you. Yeah. What about you guys? Same thing.
I mean, I go McDonald's.
McDonald's, okay.
Wendy's is my choice.
DJ's going to say McDonald's.
But I've been working in downtown Brooklyn the last couple of weeks. I had Chick-fil-A last Friday, by the way. I will say I was right at Barclays.
Okay.
That's not your answer.
No, I said Wendy's, but I had
okay.
Chick-fil-A. It's when it's when.
Okay.
AJ, we know.
Wendy's is delicious, and I agree, but I'm gonna have to go McDonald's.
Okay.
I would go White Castle.
Oh my God.
Oh, my mother would love you. Oh, she's obsessed with White Castle. Oh my.
Chicken rings, fries, and oh God.
I could eat White Castle maybe once every 3 years because my stomach is a shambles every.
The question
for
is,
the
I've
next
been
4
on a Shake
weeks.
Shack kick lately.
You got to get the chicken rings, White Castle chicken rings, and you take the honey mustard and you put it on like donut frosting.
That's a power move.
Oh God.
Your arteries. Awesome. Thank you.
I've been doing this for a long time.
I can tell.
Tricks.
We could all tell. All right. So Billy, let it be known that Tyler Ward is a Chick-fil-A guy.
Noted.
Like a couple others before him. But Tyler, listen, thank you for coming on. Awesome stuff. I have even more respect for you now that I know that you have shunned college to go for it like gung-ho.
Yeah, screw college. I wish I didn't go.
Awesome. Keep doing it.
Yeah, no.
Your stuff's awesome. The recaps are awesome. The channels are awesome. Keep doing it, babe. You're gonna make it.
Yeah, no, thank you so much. Again, it was great meeting you all. I really appreciate it. Let's go Rangers, baby. Hopefully this season ends on a positive note. I had the belief that they're either going to just miss or just make playoffs. Something tells me they're really going to start rolling and just miss by like 3 games or so, just to put the dagger in my heart. But regardless, again, thank you all so much for being here. I really do appreciate it, and I'll gladly talk to you guys soon. If you ever want to do anything again, just feel free to hit me up.
Absolutely, Tyler. We will have you again.
Thanks for
Thank you so much, guys. Have a good night.
Enjoy your weekend.
Later.
Thank you.
See ya. He's a good egg. He's a good kid. He's a good kid. What a show.
I like it.
What a show.
Get in with him early. He's going places. That kid's going places.
And I will tell you something. The whole hour show out the window tonight. Out the window.
Good,
Because
Can I invest in him like these guys are investing in Dogecoin, like to the moon?
yeah.
I'm sure he has a Patreon.
and seriously,
He should have plugged his Patreon.
College is without a doubt overrated in today's world. So if you want to,
Beano's checking his internet.
The three of us, the three people who are still here, Beano left. The three of us went to college together. We took classes together. I'm the one who didn't graduate. College, fucking squares.
And you're probably the smartest of the bunch, mind you. The smartest of the bunch.
Hey, I don't know about that.
Me and you, Dr. Spar.
I caught up to him.
I've lost a lot of brain cells over the years.
Imagine if
Oh,
you lost
yeah.
as much weight as brain cells.
When Beano comes back,
You
are we
wouldn't have
going to
lost the brain
trivia?
cells then.
Of course we are. But, yeah, man, more power to Tyler. Now's the time to do it. He's young. Go for it. And he's good. His stuff's good. So it's a good start for that kid. He's going places. Happy he joined us tonight. So, yeah, Beano's checking his internet. But at least I'm not by myself this week with Beano. Because last week, Billy went to check his internet. Then Beano went to check his internet. And it was just me. So it was crazy. But he's back. So, Billy, you know what time it is. Our favorite time of the show has arrived. Trivia. And we are in officially the trivia segment. The standings surprised me a little bit. AJ with 9 points.
We don't have to read these, and they're under protest.
Oh,
I
Just called me the
I have them.
person on the show.
Oh,
I only had 5. Alex had 4. Was Cobb ahead of Beano? Did I see that correctly?
I believe there is
Yeah.
there's a
I'll use
Facebook
Google.
fact check. There's a Facebook
one
fact
of the
check on
shows,
all these.
But we'll
I've
give,
got a 2-point question right on one of the shows.
Beano's got 1 point, and he can thank Olaf Kolzig for it. So let's hope that Beano gets off the schneid tonight. Trotter, Bill,
Right.
let's start with Cobb's question. Let's start with Cobb. Get that out of the way. Billy, will you come on camera to read it?
Oh, it's gonna freeze, but okay.
All right, then don't do it. Then I don't want to fuck this up.
All right. Which Star Rangers player was traded to the Boston Bruins for Phil Esposito in 1975 to 1976 season?
I feel like this was an MSG question like recently.
Yeah, that is not. But that
It probably
God,
was.
I didn't pay attention to it. I didn't pay attention.
To MSG
Uh,
or what I just said? 20 seconds.
Shit.
Which Star Rangers player was traded to the Boston Bruins for Phil Esposito in the 1975 to 1976 NHL season?
I'm gonna apologize for my my spelling
5,
of this person.
4,
I don't think it's right either.
3,
I don't think it's right.
1. Flip 'em.
Oh, AJ's right. Fuck.
No
and
one
so
got
is
it
Beano.
right.
Oh,
I'm
it's not
back.
Park.
Oh,
Gene
Who is it?
Gene Rattel.
Jean
He was
Rattel.
he's not.
Don. He's
Excuse me. Did you say defenseman? You said
No.
defenseman.
No, I
What,
said
No.
which Star
Rangers.
Rangers player was traded to the Boston Bruins for Phil Esposito in the 1975 to 1976 season?
So this is on the protest because it was Jean Rattel and Brad Park. Those they were traded. That was the
Was
same
it
trade.
really?
Yes.
this is
Wait,
what,
so if that's
Then that
oh,
counts.
if that's the case, then you guys should get the point.
I actually
I'm
thought he
looking
said
it up right now.
he
I
would
thought he
have.
said defenseman.
Fucking.
He said Star Rangers player. I think that was the trick.
So
That's a
just,
Star Ranger player, by the way.
So
And it is
just
Jean Rattel.
look it up, and if Brad Park was also traded, then you guys get the point. No big deal. AJ,
It
what
was
do
a
we
part
got?
of
Phil
it was my who am I 2 weeks
Esposito
ago.
was traded to the New York Rangers. No, it doesn't say.
Oh, that was
Fuck.
All right,
disappointing.
moving on.
Go ahead, Alex.
Check after.
Yes, Rangers acquire Esposito and Vadnais from Bruins for Park and Rattel.
They get the
There you go.
point.
You get the point. All right,
Go,
here we
Alex.
go. This is a math question. If you
Oh, God.
subtract Brian Boyle's number from Jaromir Jagr's number and add Brian Leach's number, you arrive at this current Rangers jersey number.
That's
The
great.
fuck?
Say
Oh.
that again. Say
that
it again.
If you subtract Brian Boyle's number from Jaromir Jagr's number and add Brian Leach's number, you arrive at this current Rangers jersey number. I want the number and the
Excellent.
player.
15 seconds.
Excellent. Excellent. Excellent.
Say
Excellent.
it
question.
one more time.
Brian
One more
Boyle's number subtracted from Jagr's number. Then you add
Just said he was
Leach's
the smartest.
number. And you get this
Question.
Rangers jersey number. Current Ranger.
Time's up.
I just called AJ the smartest one in the bunch.
Flip him.
I spelled it wrong.
Beano, what do you got? You not get it right.
Did you fucked.
Let me see. It's Brendan Levine.
Can we see
What'd
what
you
you're on?
write?
We need to see what you're on.
I wrote Blackwell, and that was just wrong. I was just wrong. I wrote
What'd you
Blackwell
get?
doing math, and I
You
realized
got
I,
46.
Math is
my
hard.
math is off.
Math is hard.
You got
Blackwell's
45.
number is even 44.
I know. I wrote Blackwell. I just wrote Blackwell initially. Like, oh, Alex is Blackwell. It's got to be Blackwell. I'm like, no, this is right. Not right.
Math is hard.
Was this like new math or was this old math?
I don't know, but
I used old
I
math.
like the math question in that sense.
I love the question. I was like, it's Blackwell. Now I got to do the math. I'm like, wait, this doesn't work out.
All right, who's going next?
I just got 2 right, so I'm going to give you guys my questions so that somebody can try to catch up. It is a 3-point question.
That what?
You're doing us a favor here. Why would you do us a favor like that? But okay.
It is a 3-point question. You get 1 point for each correct answer. There
All
are
right.
currently 3 active NHL head coaches who have appeared in at least 1 game for the New York Rangers. Name the 3. 3 active head coaches who
Time
have
starts now.
appeared in the game for the New York Rangers.
Wow.
Possibility for
Oh my
bonus
God.
questions at the end.
3 coaches that played for the Rangers right now.
I
Once
can't think
more.
of one.
I can't think of
I'm
one.
like a fucking idiot.
We're running out of time.
I can't think of one.
3 seconds. Flip them.
I mean,
I got 0.
Ricky has 1. It is Lindy Ruff. The other 2, Dallas Eakins, who appeared in 3 games for the Rangers in the 96-97 season. And the other one, Peter Laviolette, who appeared
I was gonna write him too.
12 games
Damn
in
it.
the 89 season. Fun fact about Mike Sullivan, it was going to be one of the bonus questions, but you put it there, so maybe I'll give you another point. He was drafted by the Rangers in the 87 draft, didn't sign, stayed in school.
And that's not an answer. No.
why would I get the bonus?
No.
I'm saying that was going to be the bonus, but you put it down.
Okay,
All right.
I
1
got a
for
point
Ricky.
on that one. I'll take it.
1 point for Ricky. All right. Another fun fact.
Oh my God.
What current NHL head coach? This is a bonus question. Current NHL head coach was signed by the New York Rangers, but did not appear in a game with the New York Rangers. Clue. After the 1992 Olympics, they signed him, but he never made the team.
Great clue.
30 seconds starts now.
Oh,
82
my-
Olympics? What'd you say?
92. 92.
92 Olympics. Active NHL head coach,
Western Conference or Eastern
signed by the
Conference?
Rangers after the 92 Olympics, never played.
Western
the
or Eastern Conference?
15 seconds.
No.
What do you mean Western? He was signed by the New York
What
Rangers.
conference is he coaching now?
There are no conferences right now, but if there were, it would be Eastern.
Oh, you're such a 3 seconds.
I'm
Flip
taking
him.
a shot in the dark.
Flip him. Al got
Oh
it.
my
David
God!
Yeah.
You son of a bitch. AJ's a dick.
I'm giving Beano an extra point for that.
He could use him. All right, B, you go ahead. I'll go last.
That's 2 then.
So that we break up. Who am I? You go now, and I'll go next.
All right, keeping the theme with the Rangers and the Devils. All right. Being able to play in the Devils, there's been 11 players to suit up for the Rangers, the Devils, and the Islanders. 11. 3 of them were goalies. Name the 3 goalies.
30 seconds starts now.
Ooh.
Rangers, Islanders, Devils.
Oh, they play 11 guys that play for all 3 of them in their career. 3 of those guys are goalies. Name the 3 goalies.
15 seconds.
No, you got to give us more time for this
Oh,
one.
whoa.
This is crazy. We should get a
And
minute and a
AJ
half because it's 3 answers.
All right,
a
fine.
point, or a correct one. Every correct goalie gets a point because AJ's giving out points. I want to give out points too, even though I'm not getting any.
Shit.
Rangers? It's a great question. Great question.
All right.
All right, do it, Billy.
Flip them.
Dunham. All right. Dunham is one. Kevin Weeks is one, and John Van Beesbrook is the last
Fuck.
one.
That's like a fucking
I thought Marty Biron.
One for me, one for Al.
Yes.
Yeah, I thought Biron played for all three. I guess he played for Buffalo, not the Islanders.
Kevin Weeks played for the Islanders?
Yeah.
I think early in his career.
He was a Hurricane. He was an Islander, a Ranger, a Devil, and that was it, I think, for him.
I didn't know
Maybe
that.
a Lightning. Might have been a Lightning, too. Kevin.
Go Bolts.
Mike Dunham. Fuck. Did AJ go check his internet?
No, I think he died.
I got a question.
Yes.
Do I have to wait now? I have to wait for AJ?
Yes.
Oh,
Vamp.
what the fuck?
Vamp.
Did he like collapse right there on the floor? He didn't say a thing.
I did not know that
His
Kevin
jeans are too
Weeks played
tight.
for the fucking Islanders, and I didn't know that John Van Beesbrook played for the Islanders and the Devils. I almost wrote it. I wrote Al Montoya.
Did he play for the
I don't
Islanders?
know. I thought he did after the. I don't know.
He may have. I don't know.
Al Montoya.
All right, here's my question now that he's back. Here we go. The defining moment of the 2012 Winter Classic in Philadelphia is Henrik Lundqvist stopping a late penalty shot attempt to preserve the win.
Done.
No, I'm not asking you who shot the penalty shot.
Oh.
We all know that it was Danny Briere. Which New York Ranger scored the eventual game winner earlier in the third period to put the Rangers up 3-2 and for good?
30
Also
seconds.
done.
Start now.
You thought I was going to give you Danny Briere, you pricks.
Man. Ricky, why don't you give us another read at 15 seconds?
The 2012 Winter Classic's defining moment was Henrik Lundqvist stopping a penalty shot on Danny Briere, which Ranger scored the game winner earlier in the third. AJ could suck a fat one because it's Brad Richards.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck me.
Mike Rupp
Just
scored
like
the first 2 goals. Richards broke the tie.
I'm back, baby, just like that. Racking up points tonight.
Mike Rupp.
I think that was the most amount of points anyone scored in a night.
You can't give Beano an extra point for nothing, like you said before. You can't do that.
Oh, no, I'm not. I was just,
I got the Brad Park one right.
correct.
Yes,
you
you did.
You have 2 points.
You did.
It's
All right,
time.
Billy, it's time for our next segment.
Who am I?
Ah,
With Beano.
thank you, Billy. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Who am I? Undrafted out of Providence College. I was the captain of the Friars. That's Providence, the Friars. My senior year. March 2nd, 2017, after parts of 2 seasons with their NHL
Stop.
NHL debut
Stop.
for the New Jersey Devils.
Okay.
Okay.
Parts of 4 seasons. I played parts of 4 seasons for the New Jersey Devils. 95 games to be exact, with 10 goals, 9 assists, and 39 penalty minutes. Last October, I signed a 2-year deal with the Rangers. Who am I?
Why don't we give him one more read and then we'll start the timer?
Hey, that was
Okay.
all broken up.
Undrafted out of Providence College. I was a captain my senior year in 2015-2016. On March 2nd, 2017, after parts of 2 seasons with their AHL affiliate, I made my NHL debut for the New Jersey Devils. I played parts of 4 seasons for the Devils, 95 games, getting 10 goals, 9 assists, and 39 penalty minutes. Last October, I signed a 2-year deal with the Rangers. He's currently on the Rangers right now. Who am I?
30 seconds.
the-
Starts
Oh,
now.
asshole. You gotta write the.
Well, now again,
Too
Yeah,
early?
what are you doing?
Yeah, too early.
Well, I'm not changing it.
And this is why we can't have nice things.
AJ was shit on the line. But Billy did say 15 more seconds, read it again, so you should have had it. You should have had something written down.
No. We started that all over because you broke
Well,
up bad.
well, I knew what I wanted to write.
All right, flip them.
It's not Mitch. It's not Mitch.
It's Mitch. It's actually Mitch. Mitch is the correct answer. Yes, Kevin Rooney.
Fucking AJ. You ruined Who Am I this week.
I was gonna write Kevin Rooney before I saw AJ's answer, by the way, because I know he played for the Devils.
Should I give Alan a point for Mitch?
No.
Take him a point.
This has been Who Am I? Brought to you,
You
by
got
the
this-
Roxbury Sugar Shack.
You get points for Who Am I?
No, there's no points.
Separate category.
Separate from trivia.
AJ
Okay.
ruined it this week.
Let's.
It's a film.
I just want to make sure that did Trotter actually keep score of trivia this week? Because I'm never going back and watching these videos again to do that. 'cause that
AJ
was terrible.
AJ, you scored 3. Al scored 3. Ricky scored 2. Beano scored 2.
Okay. I'll take it.
All right,
Cobb
moving
scored
on.
0. So
Oh,
Beano
yeah.
is pulled ahead of Cobb.
I'm out of the basement, baby. Out of the cellar.
All right. All right. So we're doing our word association with Ranger last names, current and former Rangers. AJ, we're gonna do it again. You ready? So don't say the same answer. You know
I
what?
won't say
I'll
the same
change it
answer?
up. I'll give you a different Ranger. Ready? I
wasn't
know
me.
it was. It was Billy. All right, here we go. Kreider.
Smoking.
Beano. Ready? Richter.
Legendary.
Alex. Howden.
Stinks.
It's got to be
AJ
quicker. It's got to be
AJ
quick.
AJ. Yager.
Goat.
The Pope.
Goat.
Oh,
Goat.
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 Go.
Goat.
Goat.
Beano.
Goat.
Georgiev.
Underrated.
Bulgarian.
Alex. Zuccarello.
Love.
That's all I had. I mean,
Oh, more. I want more.
All right, ready? Here we go. Off the cuff. AJ. Blackwell.
Also goat.
Alex. Kovalov.
Russian.
No.
Okay. Blackburn. Yeah.
One hand.
I'm giving you all the goalies, B.
That's 2 words. No,
Yeah, that is 2
Lundqvist.
words. Last way around. Last way around. AJ. Straka.
Heck.
We're going right down the middle with this. You're just naming
I
nationalities.
was gonna say something else, but it's not fit for consumption.
Alex. Lafreniere.
Stud.
Beano, last one. Pruka.
25.
That's also 2 words.
It's got a hyphen. It's 1.
That was 1 word. 25. 25.
I'll
One
tell
word.
so next week I'll come up with like 20 of them, and we'll just go rapid fire. This is a
I
first
like that.
attempt.
That was fun. That was fun.
First attempt. First attempt. We've gone over our hour ceiling. Those are just the breaks, right? So I think that finally it comes time for Gordon Ramsay to ask us a question.
Any last words, you f***ing donkeys?
And the answer is what? Who's got some last words on a Friday. Alex, go for it.
Been watching The Sopranos, rewatching it. Great show. Great show. I find myself talking like them throughout the day. You know, the gabagool. Tony's always eating. Everything looks good. Great show. That's all I got. Rewatch Sopranos. You won't be disappointed. What a show.
AJ?
All right, I know we're all excited to see Kravtsov come over from the KHL and finally make the Rangers, but I'm hoping that his team goes as deep as they can into this Gagarin Cup playoffs or whatever the hell it is, and just because there's no place for him on the roster right now. I mean, we'll see what happens after the trade deadline, who they get rid of, where they can fit him in, because he's going to accept an AHL assignment. I mean, we saw that last year. He got sent to the AHL. He was not happy about it. Yeah, I mean, hopefully he makes a deep run, gains a lot of valuable experience, and then maybe after the deadline, we'll see him. I know people want to see him here like next week, but give it a little bit of time, let some things play out, and then we'll see.
Amen.
Beano, any last words?
Yeah, I can't remember if it was last week's podcast or even the week before that, and we were talking about Kreider, and I said, just go to the net, and it's going to happen. That's his game now. 5 games, 8 goals, 1 assist, 2 of them hat tricks. Thank you, Chris Kreider, for listening to me. Go to the net, and it's going to happen. That's all. At least no one else is listening to this podcast. Chris Kreider's listening.
You goddamn right he is.
So that's it.
All right. Happy 1-year anniversary to Mika Zibanejad's 5-goal game. Right around this time, 1 year ago, we were probably getting ready for overtime and didn't know that Mika was about to pot his 5th goal of the night. What a moment. What a game. What a difference a year makes for Mika Zibanejad after the whole shutdown and his battle with COVID. It's a whole different ballgame in 2021, but that was 1 year ago. Also, this Sunday marks the 1-year anniversary of me being named Chief Fan Officer of the New York Rangers, March 7th, 2020. We all know what the fuck happened next. And also, real quick, rest in peace to former Ranger and member of the 1980 Miracle on Ice United States gold medal team, Mark Pavlich. It seems like he had some shit going on in his life with assault charges, and he was in some treatment center. Unfortunately, found him dead today at the age of 63. So, rest in peace, Mark Pavlich. Love to his family. And yeah,
I don't want to speculate on what happened, but just throw it out there. If you think you need help, get the help. It's always
it's
there.
Crazy shit. Crazy stuff. So rest in peace to Mark Pavlich. This has been the Ranger Things Have Happened podcast. Thank you to Tyler Ward. That kid is going places. Thank you for joining us tonight. Thank you, Billy, for your work behind the scenes. Thank you to Alex, AJ, and Beano.
Do we
for
want to preview next week or just fuck it?
being a part of this. I mean, we don't have to preview next week. We got the Devils coming up.
Devils, Pittsburgh, Boston.
Yeah, you know who we're playing. We're playing all the same goddamn teams that give us fits. So we'll be back next week to rant all about it. We don't do X's and O's here, really. We give our takes, and it's, you take it or leave it. We are brought to you, as always, by Johnny C's Tees, a great local business for all your T-shirt, koozie, jacket, jersey needs. Don't bench Blackwell. This has been the Ranger Things Have Happened podcast. Thank you for listening. If you made it this far, we went over an hour again. I'm sorry. But you know what? Once the train gets rolling, you can't stop it on the tracks. So thanks, guys. And
you can't stop the creative juice.
Thank you to Tyler. We love doing this. It's fun. And let's go Rangers. And come back soon, Panarin. Please.